So I went and I found this pretty cool vinyl of Phil Collins' extended remix of Sussudio. So I said, let's go ahead, let's talk about the song, let's talk about Phil Collins, and let's talk about what the heck is going on. Phil, you can just come on over here. We'll make you feel at home.
Kiki Classic Rock.
My name is Kiki, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. What I like to do is talk about anything and everything classic rock, pop, nostalgia, all the stuff that we grew up with, all the stuff that we love, especially music. So if you like that type of thing, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below, as well as the like button, and of course, the little tiny notification ding dong bell. That just lets you know, hey, Kiki has uploaded a brand new video. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna watch what's new, what's up, what's going on. So thanks for stopping by, and let's just have a little bit of fun, shall we? Phil Collins. I loved Phil Collins when he was in Genesis, and I loved Phil Collins when he was not in Genesis. Genesis, we have so many hits from them, especially I Don't Care Anymore. That's been a great daily song, actually, especially when you're having a bad week. I Don't Care Anymore. It just comes into play. Fits right in there. Then we got the song I Wish It Would Rain Down, and I really do. I have been wishing for rain because my pond is pretty much completely dry. Look at how dry the pond is. Oh my gosh, I wish it would rain down. Down on me. Ooh, yeah, I wish it would rain down. See what I'm talking about? That's a really good one too. Pretty relevant. How about Don't Lose My Number? Now, if you're dating, you're on the dating scene, that is a really important song for you because you meet someone you like, you're interested. Please don't lose my number. Tag me on Instagram. Do something, but how about a TikTok? Let's do a duet TikTok video together so we stay connected. We don't lose each other's number. How about that? So that's definitely another relevant song. Phil joined Genesis in 1975 after Peter Gabriel left the band, and they were already recording A Trick of the Tail. The late 70s and early 80s, the band really started to take off, and there was a lot going on during that time. Phil's marriage was breaking apart, so the band took a break, and Tony Banks and Mike Rutherford, they went off and did their own solo stuff. So Phil said, you know what? I'm gonna record on my own too. Phil went ahead and released the album Face Value in 1981, and that was just magical for him. Off of that album, Phil had the hits I Missed Again and his ginormous hit, which is still relevant today, In the Air Tonight, and that only peaked at number 2. Never went to number 1, which is totally insane. Doesn't it feel like that song was number 1? Then we fast forward to Phil's third solo album, No Jacket Required, and boy, is that a yummylicious album, which gave us a whole bunch of yummylicious hits. Recently, while I was out yard selling, because I absolutely love doing that, I found this 12-inch maxi single. It's an extended version of Sussudio. It's actually a remix, a dance remix, and it's really awesome. Now, Al and I, my husband, we used to drive to Tower Records in Boston literally on a weekly basis on a Saturday. He would have his radio show on a Saturday night, and early Saturday morning we'd get up and we'd take a drive into Boston so we could buy as many extended remixes, 12 inches, as we could find. I remember he had a really cool Van Halen one. It was probably Jump. Tons and tons of them, but sadly those days are long gone. So are the albums that we used to have. We really had an awesome collection, but we've moved a few times, so again, those are sadly long gone. And vinyl's pretty heavy to move anyway. As time goes on, I am starting to pick up some vinyl again here and there, and I just thought this was so cool and just a great song to talk about. Now, the B-side of this extended remix I thought was interesting has another version, a shorter version of Sussudio, and another song called The Man with the Horn. Now, that song, The Man with the Horn, was also the B-side to the single One More Night, and that song was actually all rewritten and redone and renamed for that vintagely awesome TV show that Phil Collins actually appeared on, Miami Vice. Phil's character on Miami Vice was called Phil the Shill, and the song was renamed Life's a Rat Race. It's a little complicated, but I don't know why. They just did that. It was a thing. So the man with the horn is also Life's a Rat Race. Okay. When I say the name of this song though, Sussudio, it's really hard for me to just say Sussudio because I always want to say Sussudio, like Phil says in the song, but it really is just Sussudio. My brain just tells me Sussudio, yeah, Now I have the extended version, the dance version, the remix version of Sussudio right here, but that regular radio version of the song, it just made you want to get up out of your chair, dance around, flip your hair, and say, I love you, Phil Collins. Sussudio is just an amazingly awesome 80s song. Back in 97, Phil told VH1 that he was just playing around on his drum machine and the word Sussudio just came out of his mouth. One of Phil's daughters named her horse Sussudio, and Phil is actually convinced that there are children running around the world with the name Sussudio, but he wasn't really a big fan of the song or of the album it came off of, No Jacket Required. His fans obviously thought differently, and that is a great album. Sussudio did hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and not too bad for a guy who wasn't really crazy about the song that he put out. What is going on with Phil Collins today? I gotta say, a whole lot of uncomfortableness. That's what. Phil and his ex-wife Orianne have a very lengthy relationship, or should I say now a very lengthy non-relationship. Phil has been married 3 times, and his first wife Andrea left him in '79 and took their 2 kids Simon and Jolie with her. But Phil was not gonna give up on love, and he married his second wife Jill in '84, and they had a daughter named Lily. So that didn't work out either, and wife number 3, or ex-wife number 3, who is Orianne, came along in the 90s. They married in '99, and they divorced in 2008. Phil and Orianne did have 2 sons together, Matthew and Nick actually travels around with his dad, and he has taken over Phil's drumming duties. Now, when Phil and Orianne divorced the first time, she was paid a settlement of about $46 million. And at that time, it was the biggest divorce settlement that Britain had seen. In 2016, Orianne divorced her second husband and decided that she just couldn't live without Phil anymore. And Phil felt the same way, so they got back together. Fast forward to today, and Orianne actually hired armed bodyguards to take over Phil's Miami waterfront mansion with her brand new husband, who she secretly married in July in Las Vegas. Phil thought she was going away on a business trip. They came back and decided to just take it all over. Orianne is demanding $20 million from Phil, and it was just recently decided in the courts that Orianne and her brand new husband will have to vacate Phil's mansion by mid-January so it can go on the open market, and the asking price is $40 million. So I guess that's where the $20 million is coming from, because that's half of 40. I suck at math, but I got that one. Also, Orianne just posted a picture of her next to a brand new Bentley that she bought, and that car is supposedly worth around $200,000. So maybe Phil and Orianne are closer to a settlement than we all know. Phil looks to be doing okay at this point. He's currently in London with Tony Banks and Mike Rutherford preparing for their last Domino tour, which is scheduled to start in April. But we all know how that's going or not going. We'll see if it happens. Fingers crossed that it does. I find this story really scary, that anyone can actually get away with this type of thing. My hope is, and probably yours too, that this whole land of confusion clears up quickly for Phil and he can just move on with his life. And hopefully there's not a marriage number 4. I don't know. Of course, all the best to Phil Collins. We love him. We love his music. And if you guys want to just keep the love of classic rock going and flowing, please consider watching one of these videos coming up next. And always remember, guys, smile and keep rocking.